Warning, the following video contains strong language which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only.
Welcome to Everything Yet Nothing. Here's a hillbilly in eyeshadow who's looking fabulous and talking about anything yet something. Get ready to chew on a blade of sweet grass and talk about a variety of LGBTQ topics to the lifestyle of a gay hillbilly. Watch out, folks. These hills don't just got eyes. They got themselves a vodcast. Now, here's T-Roy.
Hey, welcome. I am so excited today because I am having family. And whenever I say family, I say my family blood, and then my friends are my family, and now my LGBTQ is my family as well. And today we have some fine ladies on. We have a pan and we have a lesbian. And we're going to talk to both of them and just see how their life has been throughout the years, ups and downs, the stipulations, trials that they've been through, and just about their life and see how they are and see how they were and see what's going to come ahead. So our first guest for the night is Lana. Hi, Lana. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. Where are you from, Lana?
I'm originally from Nixa, Missouri.
Nice. Did you grow up in a big family?
Not too big.
Yeah.
Most of my family lives up near Kansas and stuff, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's cool. So how old were you whenever when you discovered how you were and how you are?
It was at a young age. I was I don't know, I just never really had attraction to men. I always hung out with the boys.
Yeah.
So I knew at a young age.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome. Who was the hardest to come out to?
Oh my goodness. It was my mom for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really hard.
Yeah, that can be definitely hard. I know that. How'd she take it?
At first, not very well, but then she realized, I'm still the same person. And she just loves me for me now. She wants me happy, and so.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes.
Did you get very much bullying whenever you were in school or growing up?
No, not really. Not for who I am. Everybody was pretty supportive over everything coming out and stuff. Yeah.
That's awesome. How'd your dad take it?
How did who? Sorry.
Your dad?
Oh, I think he knew for like the longest time. So he took it a lot more better than my mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Like you got that connection going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who was the very first friend that you came out to?
My very first friend.
Well, friend or sibling. Like.
It'd have to be one of my best friends, Wendy. She knew for the longest time, and she finally she was like, it's okay, I support you. So that really helped me come around and tell people that, hey, I'm a lesbian and I'm proud of it.
Hell yeah, that is awesome. So whenever you did that, did you feel a difference whenever you did that?
It felt like I had a lot of weight taken off my shoulders when I finally came out. It was really tough to keep it in.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how my family or anybody was going to take it. But everybody was really supportive.
That's awesome. That is awesome. You don't hear that much, like, especially around the small towns around here.
Yeah.
And from where you're from, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I bet it was a little different up there for anybody else to come out to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you single?
I am single. I am
Oh.
talking to somebody. we're seeing where things go.
Yeah. Audience says, Jeffrey Henry says, "Hey man, sister, been there before." So, you're from Billings?
I live in Clever.
Clever.
Yeah.
And have you ever had any trouble, like, wherever you've worked before throughout your
No.
lifetime?
The place that I worked for, I've been with them for 8 years. We've got, they're just LGBTQ. They'll hire anybody. I've actually got 2 trans that are working for me. So
Oh,
I'm,
awesome.
yeah. So they're really supportive.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Ariel Irwin.
My sister.
Yes, his sister. So, when you were growing up, do you have siblings?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, out of your siblings, who was the hardest to come out to for you?
My brother.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Why is
But
that?
just growing up, we were raised in a Christian family, and my sister already knew, but my brother, I was very scared because he's very intimidating. But he actually took it really well.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So, yins are all tight now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're very close.
You said that you realized at a young age. Well, how old were you whenever you came out?
I stay young, but at 12.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good to come out. I was late bloomer. I came out later, so. So I met you at Martha's Vineyard in Springfield.
Yes.
Yes, with my lovely niece, Megan Shirley.
Yeah.
So since coming out, how has life changed for you?
Like I said, it took a lot of pressure off of me, and now I feel like I can just live life to the fullest. I try not to let anybody stop me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is there very much diversity where you are?
Not really. I mean,
No. Where's the nearest diversity place at for you?
it'd probably have to be here in Springfield.
Springfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the closest for us too.
Yeah.
We're working on Branson. We're gonna get
Yeah.
there. But yeah, for right now, that's about the closest for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have quite a few bars, nightclubs up there, don't they?
Yes. So there's Martha's Vineyard, and then there's the Mix. So there's 2 of them, and if I'm forgetting one, I'm sorry.
And I think there's Glow up there.
Yeah.
That's also for family and
Yeah.
for people to go that need a hand up and a place to go to get warm, grab
Yeah.
something to eat, just chill out for the day. And that's downtown, I believe.
Yeah. I
And
think it's,
Martha's Vineyard is off of Olive Street.
yes.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, I love both of them. Martha's Vineyard was my first bar coming to whenever I came out of the closet, and it was just amazing. I was like, wow, really? There's this kind of life out here? I have no idea.
Yeah, it was amazing my first time. Like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Megan says the kitchen.
The kitchen.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Megan Ann, is that a bar?
Hmm.
Kitchen? When did you know you were gay?
Do what?
Tracy says, when did you know that you were gay? She knew whenever she was a young age, and she came out to her mom whenever she was around 12.
Yeah.
Megan's laughing her ass off. I knew there was something up with that, Megan Ann. Yeah. Have you seen the baby?
No, not yet.
No.
I've seen pictures.
She's adorable. I'm gonna go see her soon. So what's been the best thing that's happened to you since you've been out, besides, just feeling free and like, did you see a different light? Like,
Yeah, so like I've met a lot of people that are scared since I've came out, and um a lot of people that are scared to come out, and I feel like I've helped them, get the courage. I mean, it is tough sometimes coming out because some families don't take it as well.
all right.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so I feel like I've, you know, anybody and everybody, I if I can, I'd help them.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you totally, especially LGBTQ, so on and
Yeah,
so forth. I just love everybody. Everybody's
yeah,
equal to me. I think all bodies are beautiful, and labels are just labels. Like
yeah,
Kevin said one day, somebody said, "So how do you look at yourself?" Talking to me, and Kevin's like, "Well, I look at him as T-Roy. Like, even in drag, he's T-Roy. Out of drag, he's T-Roy. No matter who he is, he's still T-Roy."
yeah,
And I was like, well, yeah, I don't really look at gender. I mean, I will say that I'm gay because I would much rather say that than, something else that I'm not. But yeah, I'm not too big into labels. And let me tell you, there are plenty out there today. Like, I had no idea in my lifetime that so many labels were going to be popping up.
yeah.
But yeah, living in small towns, like, did you hear very much of homosexuality whenever you were growing up or in the town that you lived in?
Um, Not really. I mean, like I said, I grew up in a Christian home, so nobody really spoke of that except for it
Right.
was wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah. That's me. I was born Baptist. I'm not Baptist, but hey, Dom. Dominic Centuricio. Centurios. I can't even say your last name, Dom. My brother Dom from the network says hi.
hello.
But so see. Is there anything that we haven't hit on that you want to hit on and talk about?
I cannot think of anything.
Yeah. So growing up, did you hear very much of how we were being treated?
Yeah, I remember like a lot of people getting bullied for it and beat up because of it. Them just walking down the street, being who they are, and getting jumped or something. I heard a lot about that. Um,
What advice would you give a young person that is still in the closet?
uh,
Or anybody that's still in the closet for that matter?
just know that there's people out there like you that is going to support you and love you for who you are. Just be you.
If you
And
could go ahead.
sorry. Oh, I was done.
If you could go back to your younger self and tell them one thing, what would it be?
Really, for sure. I probably wouldn't change anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. When did you start noticing girls were attractive compared to guys from Megan?
Oh my goodness. I don't know. I was really young. I just had an attraction to females.
Yeah.
Probably 12.
Did you lose anyone close to you when you came out?
I did. Well, I didn't lose anybody. No, I didn't lose anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. You were lucky then. Really
Yeah.
lucky.
When did you realize that you were guys?
Oh.
When did you answer that?
Well, Megan, I was interested in guys whenever I was a young age too, and I tried coming out at 18. I started living within myself as gay whenever I was around 12, 13. And then I tried coming out at 18. Grandma, my mom, did not like that very much at all. Oh, yeah. We won't go there because it was pretty harsh. And I just finally told her, hey, I have not ever judged you in all the stuff that you have done throughout my life with you raising me. I am your child. You carried my ass for 9 freaking months. And if you can't accept me for who I am, then you got a problem. And she was like, I don't want nothing to do with it and all this and that. And I was like, that's fine. You don't have to have nothing to do with it. And you don't even have to have anything to do with me. And so for 3-4 months, I would just go to work, go out with my gay friends, and then come home, go to bed, and do that every day for about 3.5 months. And then she came back one day and she was like, I was laying down. She was like, hey. I was like, what? She was like, so when am I going to meet your boyfriend? I'm all like, what? You mean the side of my life that you want nothing to do with? And she was like, yeah, I did say that. And I just want to tell you that I am very sorry. You are my child. You are my son. I should have never said what I said. I should have never did what I did to you. And I am so absolutely sorry. She was just up and down, almost crying because she was so sorry. And I was like, that's fine, Mom. But you got to remember, I'm going to go on with my life, whether you like it or not. I said, but I would much rather have you in my life, accepting me for who I am, because I am fucking happy, than to just go out and not even give me a chance to show you this is who I am. And this is my happiness that you should be happy for. And so from then on, she kind of changed her story and you accept me. We'll be driving down the street and I'll be like, oh, damn, look at him, Mom. And she's like, ooh, he sure is handsome. Hello, Ted Benson. That's my boss. And my boo. Ariel Irwin says, was anyone surprised when you came out?
My mom definitely was. She was very surprised.
Yeah. See, that's funny because my mom was not surprised. So that's why I was like kind of shocked that it happened like it happened. But I think I just put her in shock for a little bit. But she knew because, you know, I had teased and joked and all that throughout my lifetime. I just wasn't out about it. So she lived it in her own closet to just go on and carry on and, you know, look at me as her son, I guess. I came out to Amanda Painter, my best friend, and she came out to me because she likes the darker men. And, you know, we live in Crane, and nobody likes that around there except, you know, but they don't even like me. So we kind of felt like we were in the same category but different. if that makes sense. You know, we're both being hated for what we were looking for and what kind of love we was looking for and everything. So we was being judged every day. It didn't matter. Like, whether we hurt him or not, we still being judged. You know, because if one person is being judged, everybody else in that category is being judged as well. I feel, and so yeah, he was my first one that I came out to, and you came out to your mom
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yep.
Yeah, she was like the second person I think I came out to. Was my mom. Of course, I didn't come out to my dad because he just at that moment of time he didn't really care. You know, like we were on our outs and we had been on our outs for the last 10 years, and he didn't want nothing to do with me. I really didn't want nothing to do with him. And so we didn't really talk until the last couple of years of his life. And then we talked. He tried to put something in there to show me that he was trying, kind of thing. And so I kind of think that he really didn't care because my stepmoms told me, my brother, my biggest brother, oldest brothers, told me, that he never hated or anything like that. He just went through a spell like everybody else is like being in shock where they come off with the stupidest shit out of their mouth. They're not even thinking about until it's already out there, and then they're like even in more shock because they said what they said and they can't believe what they said. So they're getting over that, and it's like I don't understand why it's so hard for people to just accept. But then I say, I look at the future and I look at the past. So many things has changed over the last past that we've lived in, towards LGBTQ, uh, just us mixing and finding love in every color, race, that's not even the same. It's all changed. And a lot of people's like, oh God, it hasn't really changed, but it really has. Like from my lifetime growing up, it has definitely changed. Like I remember watching the news and watching like people get killed around, because the hillbilly or the ones that was not understanding and was raised in a hateful and hating and not accepting kind of way because nobody knew any different are the ones that did stuff that they probably regret today, I hope. Because really, what in the hell is worth taking somebody's life? Like I've never understood that. Why be in the bedroom whenever you're not even in our bedroom in the first place? Why worry about it? We don't want to know shit about what they're going on in their bedroom. So keep out of ours, kind of thing. And I think if people did that, everybody else would come out as wanting to be accepted, like you have, and like I have, and others have. It's a big deal to come out to just anybody, but it really does help people. It helped me tremendously. Like I got tired of living a lie. I felt like every time I said no, I'm not gay, or I like girls, or whatever, I was lying, and so that's not who I am. I don't believe in myself to be a liar, and I don't really give a shit anymore. I am who I am. I'm 44 freaking years old. I am homosexual. I love men, and I don't give a shit who even knows. I don't care. I live my life. They don't. So maybe they need to just back off on everybody else. Look at your own life. Remember, if you're hating and judging somebody else, that makes you the hater, and it also makes you the one judging.
Yep.
Just remember that before you say something rude or some remark out of your ass that you shouldn't even be talking. But yeah, that's something a little bit about me. So do you get into much diversity, like gatherings, summer diversity, fall, winter?
I haven't. I work all the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do go to the Pride when it's happening. I would definitely like to get more involved. For sure.
Yeah. So what was the one thing that you did after you came out to kind of like help guide you? Like, I know that myself, I was curious of what the hell was going on with myself. So, I went and checked out books and started looking up on what the differences is, why this could even happen. And like, did you do that, or did you find somebody that is like you that you hung out with, or
My friend Wendy, I actually hung out with her. She's bi, and she helped me understand a lot of things. Like, just she was a lot of help.
yeah?
Yeah.
So she was totally there for you, answered
Yeah.
questions, and
Yep.
did it bother her that you came to her instead of anybody else?
No. I mean, she was the one that very first caught it. Like, hey, I know.
That's cool. That is awesome. I bet she was excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you go to, like, you're completely out? So you go to birthday parties, you go to just wherever, you don't put on a front or anything, you just who you are.
Yeah.
all the-
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet.
I go out as who I am, and I'm still the same person. So.
Yeah, totally. That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Megan says, I like men too, laughing my ass off. Except I'm married to Lana. Go figure.
Oh my goodness.
Have you ever dated someone in the closet and helped them come out to their family or friends?
I have not. The females that I have dated were already out to their families. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. Well, Lana, it has came to the end of
Alright.
interviewing you, and it's been so awesome. I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much for coming on. And stay tuned, watch the show. I will definitely have you back on for a return show some months
Okay.
down the road.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
awesome. You have a good night. I love you, girl.
All right. You too.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Hello. I am back. I am going to do a quick commercial, and then we are going to come back with the most fabulous, oh my God, out of this world, gorgeous as shit. Let me tell you, like, I've known her all my life, and all her life, and all my all her life. So she was a wee little one, and so we're going to come back and talk to her and see what she has to say.
Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE.
She wants to come in at the last. Hello and welcome back to the show. We have Taylor.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
Peach Keen.
You look fabulous.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
My other half just cut my hair.
Oh,
So,
that's nice
looking
of
pretty
her.
fly.
Looking pretty fly for a watchy.
You dang right.
So, we've known each other.
Hi, sis, by the way, if you're still watching.
What?
So else
Wow. True.
Close enough. It's
Close
fine.
enough. Still beautiful no matter what. So,
Hi, sisters.
so, we know each other from whenever, oh God, I got in her family. They accepted me like whenever she was 7.
Yeah, I think I was 7.
And from the moment I met her grandmother, Evelyn Byram, may
she rest in peace.
Yes, may she rest in peace. She was awesome. So, oh my goodness, I would give her crap all the time.
That grind.
Yeah, and she would too. She would grind. Let me tell you, like we'd go out and go sing karaoke. She loved going sing karaoke. And she got me. Actually, she was the very first person. I don't know if you know this, but she was the very first person that got me up on stage.
Are you serious?
For the very first
I had
time.
no idea. Literally had no
and
idea.
that was down here in Branson
I'm not
at the Down
surprised.
Under
I'm
on
not
76. It's no longer there. It's like some car place.
Absolutely. You are 100% right, Kevin. On that.
And so, yeah, she got me up there. And from then on, I just fell in love with karaoke. And she pushed me for all kinds of stuff. And she would just be so excited right now to even be here. If she would be here, was able to be here, then it would be so fabulous because she'll be on cloud 9. And to have her granddaughter on here, she would just be on cloud 9 for that too.
Was Ariel there the night that you got on stage first?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And Ariel, her sister, said, "Oh my God, I remember that." I know, right? Seems like yesterday, even though it's been years ago, like over 20 years. I know I missed the Down Under too. Did you ever go?
I think I went when I was super, super little.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember it much. I kind of remember the layout as a kid, but I don't remember actually, like, being there and doing any much of anything.
I think maybe a birthday party?
Maybe, something like that.
Maybe. Oh, girl, you might be old, but I ain't. I'm 44 years young. And you're 26 young. See, I know you love it. Oh, yes. Tracy Branham says she could dance. We would gather at her apartment and we would dance just about every time we went over there. And, like, oh, my God, all the time. We would have, 20 people?
Oh, yeah.
Gather,
Our
like,
grandma's
easily.
house was always packed.
Yeah, I would show up, and then everybody else just showed up because everybody else would bring everybody
Like,
else.
oh, I'm having Troy over. I'm like, be there in
Be right
20.
there.
Like,
And, oh, God, and some parties out the ass. Like, oh, my God.
Absolutely.
Amazing. What is the Mexican term for birthday parties?
Like the 15th, like a quinceañera? Like when you're 15.
Quinceañera.
When you're
Yeah,
15.
your brother's quinceañeras.
I think only the females do
Yeah, only the
quinceañeras.
Who was it? Was it Ariel?
I don't know. Ariel, I don't think
Ariel?
I don't think she had a quinceañera.
Did you have a quinceañera?
Or she might have. I don't know.
Just have fiestas.
Fiesta? Yeah.
That's why you're trying.
Yeah, we would probably just have fiestas.
Yeah,
Honestly, where we would
No,
just,
it was a birthday. I want to say because they had like a. Oh, anyways, it was a gathering and it was kick-ass. Like, I just loved it.
Yeah, our house parties were always pretty good.
Totally. No, I want to say it
wedding?
was for. Was it?
Maybe a wedding.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. I'm sure, like throughout the years, but I could have swore this one time was a party celebration of graduation.
Maybe.
No.
Did you know Chance and Scarlett when they were together?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
This was in Crane whenever you lived over on the
Like
far
in the
side.
big blue house?
Yeah.
Like by the pool?
No. Over across the way.
Okay.
Roberts is and over by the church.
South Campbell?
I think
Yeah,
so.
South, what's it called? South.
Right on the corner.
Commerce?
From
I think
Reno.
it's South Commerce.
Something like
Maybe?
that. Yeah, Yins were over there. What?
Weedy grass has been wild.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
Ariel, you're right. It was Chance and Scarlett's reception.
Okay.
That's what it was. I remember. Oh my God, I'm not so old.
I was gonna say I was super little, so I really remember that. Anyways, sorry.
I must
Totally
have too,
backtracked,
Tracy.
guys. My
Anyways.
bad.
So, back to Taylor. She is here to talk about her life growing up in a small town.
Yes.
Small towns. Because you lived in...
Yeah, I lived in Crane. It was probably about roughly 1,200 people when I was living there.
Yeah.
So super small. Everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
Super small.
Everybody
super
knew
small
everybody.
school.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, how was your life growing up in a small town?
I mean, it had its perks, for sure. It definitely had its perks. You've got the awesome people that are great and always have your back, and then you've got the people that are just obnoxious, and you're like, well, what can we do, right?
You're right.
But
right.
it's been pretty good. Growing up like Pan, I didn't really come out as fully Pam and fully pan until like my early 20s. Like, because that's when I fully understood
Right.
what I was.
Right.
But it wasn't bad. Like, my family was very supportive. It was rocky in some areas, but I mean, we made it through it, came back stronger, and my family has always been there for me and anybody that I've ever been with.
Yes.
So
anybody and everybody, like, oh my God, awesome family to get into because they are totally on each other's back. Like, I mean, real tight.
Tay, do you remember when you came out to me? Tracy. Okay. I think we were in your apartment, and I kind of remember it. I don't remember how old I was though.
Yes, Tracy, that was before you met and all that, and we started hanging out. It was like maybe 3 or 4 years, I think, before. Pan had a stigma around it with people not knowing exactly what it is. Can you elaborate?
Okay. So, it's pansexual. The only way that I can explain it to people where they kind of understand it is I'm not a body person. I am a heart and a soul person. And I've always been that way. And at first, when I first came out, I thought, okay, I'm bi. Because guys are cute and girls are cute. Like,
Right.
so maybe I'm bi. But also when back then, like, I mean, I guess it wasn't too far back then because I am pretty young. But when I came out, it wasn't a very, like, people knew about it. It wasn't necessarily a hush-hush thing. But we grew up with a place with just, it's bar stools and churches. That's just, so, I mean,
Lots
it wasn't,
of churches.
I mean, and if anybody was gay around the time that I had came out, they hadn't came out or they were only out to like a small amount of people because it was kind of a hush-hush thing in a small town like Crane.
Yeah, it is.
At least that's how I perceived it.
Yeah.
Like when I was in there.
It's been husher. So
pansexual, I guess, trying to elaborate, I thought you're a heart and body person. The gender doesn't matter. You connect with the person on an emotional level, not necessarily on a physical level.
Right.
It's a deeper kind of, at least how I, because it could be some of the people that are pan, that claim to be pan might have experienced it a different way than I have. So, I mean, it's kind of, I think it has its own kind of way that people take it. So, so basically I just love everybody. And if you're a good person, I like you. Like, that's just about how it goes.
Yeah. Are you religious? Like,
I wouldn't say religious.
Spiritual?
I would definitely say spiritual, 100% spiritual. And I knew that. I knew, like, my family was very spiritual, and still are.
Mm-hmm.
We're very spiritual people. We feel things, I think, a different way than other people. And I'm so glad for that. Glad for that.
Totally.
But yeah, so I'd say that we're spiritual more so than religious.
Who was the first person you came out to?
Ariel, my sister.
Ariel?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Ariel was the very first one that I came out to.
What friend did you come out to first?
I kind of came out to a lot of friends all at once. No. Maybe. Yeah, Ariel says me.
How'd your mom and dad take it?
I think the first friend that I actually fully came out to was Kayla Bassinet.
Cool.
And we are still friends to this day. She's got a baby and she's pregnant and has on her way with another one, and she's married, and they're doing pretty good as far as I know. So, yeah, me and Kayla, it was super easy. I told her and she was like, okay, like, cool. Like, it wasn't really much of a big deal.
Yeah.
Like, to my friends. When I came out to my friends, it was, everybody basically knew. There wasn't anybody that was really shocked about it. Because I'm a very, like, obnoxious person, I guess.
You're not obnoxious. God, I can't even talk tonight.
I wouldn't say obnoxious. I was respectful, but I'm very loud and just in your face. And I can't help
She
it.
is
I'm
definitely
sorry.
in your face, and I love it.
But I love people, and I'm honest, and I don't know.
Yeah. How was it coming out to your mom?
My mom took it really way better than, well, I wouldn't say I didn't think she would take it bad because it's my mom. And you just have to know her to really understand what I mean when I say that. But she took it better than I thought, maybe a little bit harder, I guess, than I thought she would. She was, honestly, I think more so she was just kind of hurt that I hadn't told her prior, and that her exact words were, I just wish you would have told me that you were having these feelings, then I could have helped you through it. And I think a part of her thought it was a phase, which is, that's a thing that happens.
That's every
a lot.
parent, I
That's
think.
Most parents think, oh, maybe this is a phase.
Yeah. Yeah. How'd your dad take it?
My dad was not happy at all. It was actually very rough with my dad. We got it worked out within a month, but for 3 weeks he would not speak to me.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm not going to go too far back into my life because, well, we don't have time for that. But my dad was in a wheelchair, fully wheelchair bound at this point when I had came out. I was 16, by the way, when I came out, when I fully came out about being gay, about being whatever you want, a lesbian. I guess at this point I was calling myself a lesbian because I was more attracted to girls than boys.
Right.
But I went through this whole I'm bi, oh, I'm a lesbian, oh, now okay, I understand, I'm pan.
Yeah.
But so the first 3 weeks after I had came out to him were pretty rough. He didn't speak to me unless he needed something from me.
Yeah.
If he needed, help to the bathroom, or if he needed something to drink or food, that sort of thing, then that's when he would talk to me. But other than that, he wouldn't. He couldn't even look at me for a while. And it really, it went pretty bad. There for probably about the third week. We were never physical, of course. It was just a lot of screaming and just putting down each other and just ripping each other apart with our words is what we did for a good 3 weeks. And then that third week, I finally was done. I was I was 16, about to be 17 at this point, I think. No. I was still 16. And I had my own car. Yes, they were putting gas in it, and they were paying the insurance. I understand that part. I wasn't a completely disrespectful kid, but I had my own car, so I packed up all of my shit, and I packed up all of my little brother's shit, and I put it all in my car, and I was like, I'm out. I was like, I don't deserve to be treated this way, and my little brother's going with me because he doesn't need to see you treat me this way. I don't deserve this.
Right.
You're either going to love me for who I am, or I don't want you in my life. Kind of like what you had with when you came out. So I packed up all my crap, all my brother's crap, packed it all in my car. And then as I was about to pull out of the driveway, my mom pulls in from work, and I'm like, okay. She's like, what the hell's going on? And I was like, I'm done, Mom. I was like, I don't deserve the way he's treating me. I don't deserve it at all. And at this point, my dad he was very deep in depression. He was drinking. He was very, very, he drank a lot. He was in a very dark, dark place at this time. Yeah. It was really bad timing to really tell my dad. But, so yeah, it would get pretty heated. And my mom got home and she was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, I'm done. I can't do it anymore. I don't deserve this. And my brother doesn't need to be around it because it was hurting him too. Us fighting and screaming at each other all the time. And my mom was like, oh, hell no. So she grabs all of me and my little brother's stuff, puts it back in the house, goes back to their bedroom, packs up all of my dad's stuff, puts it on the porch and says, I'm calling your brothers to come get your drunk fucking ass because my kids will always come before you. And I was just like, oh, I love you so much.
Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. So Mom definitely stepped in and was like, no, this is my kid and I love you.
That's awesome.
My dad probably about a good 2 or 3 days after that whole thing, is when he really started coming around, and he was like, I just don't understand. Like, I'm trying to understand, but he was brought up a different way than others. Like his family, I don't know exactly. I don't want to get into the religious stuff of my family because I don't keep up with it.
You're right.
But I mean,
Me either.
my dad's family was Mexican, so they're very deep in their religion. So he was having a really hard time just dealing with it because it was wrong.
Right.
So, but eventually he came around, and he ended up being one of my biggest supporters.
Yeah, he did. I was there. I witnessed. He was awesome. I loved your dad to death. Yeah, he got into a dark spot. You know, a lot of parents do, but parents, just remember that it is your child. Moms, you carry a child for 9 months. Respect that. Accept it. And don't ever turn them away. Dads, get your head out of your asses. Ain't gonna change just because you don't like it.
And just love your kid, okay?
And love your damn kid. All right? Pick him or her up. Hug them, kiss them, love them. Show them that affection that you need. They need. And if you didn't get that growing up, change that shit. You know, yeah, you might have been born and raised in one way, but change is life. If you do not change, shit does never change for the better. It just stays the same crap over and over again. And this is like important for you to accept your people, accept your family, accept your kids, no matter what. Like, really get over yourself. If you want to like kick somebody out of your house just because they're your child and they want to be happy, kick your own asses out. Let them at least have the house. I mean, really, get over yourself.
And on that note too, like I've seen what not having that support does to people, and it jacks them up for life. If
it really does.
Seriously, really like if it's, I mean, you could lose them, because that is a thing that happens when people. It does. When people don't have the love and support that they need.
Yeah.
To get through their life, because life freaking sucks and it's hard and it's confusing.
Yeah.
But like, you have to have people. If you have to surround yourself with the most loving people that you have, do that.
And then you have that choice.
You can branch out from that, but start with that small circle of people that you know love you and got you. And then branch out from there, because there are people that love you and care about you. And reach out to people, because people are probably going through the same thing. You might help somebody out of the same thing that you're trying to do. Like that's exactly. So like,
and help each other out. Shit. People kill themselves every day because of hatred. People kill themselves because they are being judged. People, children, just individuals. Whenever they get kicked out, it's even harder from family not accepting them. And so, they go and take their own life because they don't feel that they're worthy enough to live. That is so sad that an American child that we fought and gave our lives to years ago, our families did. Really? That's what they gave their life for? Is for y'all's hatred? Like, do not hate anybody, because that is bullshit. They are not here for that. So get over all that. Love each other. Love each other.
Love has always gotten me through this freaking life.
Be survivors and be teachers and teach each other how to survive. Always. Accept each other. Just listen. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to, find somebody that, if you don't understand, find somebody that will help you understand. You can look it up on Google. You can look it up on all kinds of stuff nowadays.
So many resources.
So many resources. Like, anybody that is like ill and is thinking stuff off the wall like that, like taking your life, there is help out there. Search and reach out for that help, because life is so much more important for you to live and survive than to just, take yourself out. because it's really hard on the people that are still here. Even if you don't understand it, nobody else is going to understand it too whenever you're gone. And that's even going to hurt even worse, because that's always there. Been there, done that. And so we got to go take a commercial break on that note, and we will be right back after these messages.
2021 just got better. Your favorite shows from WLFE DB Radio can now be found on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Yes, we now video stream to both of those platforms. Search for your favorite shows like Where's My Sage, Inside the Drag Closet, Across the Pond, Everything Yet Nothing, Paratalk Radio, Step into the Paranormal, The Creepy Parlor, Just Cindy, and more. Now you won't miss an episode. Remember, follow Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe and follow your favorite WLFE DB radio shows. This award-winning thriller has it all. Murder, political intrigue, mob revenge, and a bit of romance. Not to mention strong female and male characters with a storyline that could be tomorrow's headline news. Now, for a quick peek into our story. To help solving a nationwide plot involving the assassination of several U.S. senators, the O'Rourke team is called in. To complicate matters, they now have to work against the clock to rescue one of their own. You see, the mob didn't take too kindly to the O'Rourke team's involvement last spring. It seems to have led to the indictment of their boss. Will they succeed? You're listening. Oh, yeah. Life just got sweeter now that WLFE DB has merchandise. Show your support by purchasing your t-shirts for WLFE, Paratalk Radio, Inside the Drag Closet, and more. But it doesn't stop there.
What'd you do? Hello, and welcome back. Of course, I am your host, T-Roy, with Everything Yet Nothing. And this is my guest, Taylor. And would you like to introduce your better half?
Yes, absolutely. This is my fiance, Jennifer. I love you. You're adorable. This is not usually her scene, so she's trying to adjust.
Yeah, she's being shy. She don't like cameras. She's like, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. You can do it, girl. You can do it. So, how long have you guys been together?
It'll be 3 years in August.
3 years. So, what caught your eye?
Singing.
Singing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Tracy asked if you still sing.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I'm a karaoke host. I sing all the time. I
Are
love
you
it.
really?
Yeah. How did you not know that I was a karaoke host? Are you kidding me?
No.
Yes, I'm a karaoke host in Springfield.
Really?
The
Where?
entire time we've been together. Yeah, 2 nights a week.
Where?
KJ Brewski's is what it's called.
KJ Brewski's, Springfield.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's a good time.
Exactly. Where?
Okay.
Like the exact address because okay.
At what time, what
2216
day?
North Packer Road in Springfield. I'm there on Mondays and Wednesdays I usually get there about 8:45, 8:50, and we run karaoke. Start at 9, and we run it until 1 a.m. So,
Awesome. Guess what I'm going to be doing soon?
What
yeah,
days?
you better.
Yeah.
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Mondays and Wednesdays. Karaoke in Springfield.
She's an amazing host.
People.
Thanks, sis.
That's awesome. So does she go and sing too?
Who, Ariel?
Ariel?
No, not very often. She has a little boy, so
Yeah, I
she's
know.
stuck at home, like home and work. A lot for her to do. So,
Yeah.
so occasionally, every once in a blue moon, I'll get her out, but not very often.
So you guys fell in love 3 years ago. Yeah, yes.
That
So
was
are
a
you-
very dark place.
Oh, was you?
Yeah, I was getting divorced.
Oh. Yeah, that happens.
I
She brought you out of it, though.
Yeah.
That happens, too.
tried.
I didn't see her coming at all. She chased me for 6 months.
Oh, that's true love
Yeah,
right there.
6 months.
6 months, people.
Persistence is key, by the way.
Persistence
For anybody
is
that's
key.
trying to snag someone up, that's what it
Yes.
is.
Persistence. You hear that,
Persistence
Ted?
and respect.
Persistence.
And if you're gonna show up, show up. Don't tell them you're
Hi,
gonna be there
Ted.
and not be there.
Again. Yeah. What she said. Yeah, I'm gonna have her on. She don't know, but I'm gonna have her on as my co-host. Probably in the near future for one of my shows, because I like to do that with my people that I come bring on here to show them my gratitude for doing what they're doing. How big is the gay community there in Springfield?
It's pretty big. Yeah, there's a lot. I actually I work at the DMV. I process driver's licenses like all day. And I got to change the gender and the name for somebody all legally in the system about a month or so back, and I bawled hysterically because I was just so happy.
Oh,
I was like, I'm so happy to be doing this. And I'm just typing.
I would have been the same.
It was so ridiculous. And he was crying because he was like, oh, it was just a really beautiful moment. So yes, the community, the gay community in Springfield is very large. You just gotta find the right places and meet the right people.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what
totally.
happened with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you engaged?
Yes.
Do you have a time and a day?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're getting married on August 13th.
August 13th.
It's a Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Having a Harry Potter wedding.
This year?
Yes. This
Really?
Yep.
Year. Did you hear the last part?
Harry
Potter wedding.
Harry Potter wedding.
Yeah.
Hoping for the Pythian Castle.
I have always wanted to meet him.
Meet him.
Harry Potter.
Oh, Harry Potter. Okay, I was stuck on the castle. I was like,
I
meet
mean,
the castle.
That's why you're calling it a Harry Potter wedding, right?
It's going to be themed.
Jen's obsessed.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, if I had my connections, honey, I'd hook you up. But I don't yet. So, are you excited? Like, have you got the dress picked out? And
I have my dress in my closet. She hasn't seen it.
It is.
so, are you just doing like the traditional? The night before, you don't see each other, or so many
We haven't discussed
days
that.
before.
We'll figure it out when it happens.
Yeah.
We haven't really discussed it. We are very we try to be very go with the flow people. We've got a very hectic life. I mean,
She's better at it.
I am.
Do you sing too?
Yes, she sings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not well, but yes.
Better than when we met because
What do you sing?
What do I sing?
Both of you.
Country.
always country for Jen.
Always.
Shania Twain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reba.
I haven't really done much Reba.
What?
What?
Reba. You didn't hear that girl.
Not because I don't like her, just because.
She loves you.
I have a very
See? She loves
small
you.
list. It's slowly growing.
And you
but-
didn't make it. Sorry. What about you?
I do a lot of everything really. I usually most of the time I do what people ask me to do because I do anything from
Right now, everybody's favorite is Dance Monkey.
yeah, right now I do Dance Monkey by Tones and I. And I don't like the original song, but I like to sing it.
Yeah.
And it's a good time. It really is. It's fun. Shania Twain.
Shania Twain.
Hey now.
Hey, I know her. She's like my sister. You better back off. Teddy? I know who you are, and I know where you are. Be good. Is it a wizard dress?
No. But I can't give too many details because she hasn't seen it.
That's funny because we had a Wickenham festing whenever we got married, and we both wore cloaks. He had a
That's
purple and blue one,
We're hoping to get her a dress robe.
and they were both velvet. I had velvet and kind of silkish on the inside. His was purple on the outside, blue on the middle. Mine was white on the outside with silver in the middle.
Oh, that's awesome.
I
Yeah,
want
and
it
it
to
was
be more
big, kinda like a
traditional
dress.
with like hints, like have the feeling of Harry Potter.
Yeah,
I don't want it to become a Halloween show
that's
because
good.
it's my wedding.
Yeah, totally.
So.
Totally. We got married. Were you there?
I don't think I made it to your guys'
I
wedding.
don't think so either. It was a big old meadow. We rented for the weekend, had a family from Oklahoma and around.
Oh, you guys did.
And we called the Four Corners because we're witches. We called the Four Corners, and we had tents. We had a big old gazebo fully like stocked with kitchen and bathroom, all private, one way in, one way out.
Adorable.
And it was just us. Like nobody ever showed up to check on anything or anything. It was just a really fun time. Don't look at the other pictures. Just the ones in the cloaks. That's all you need to look at. We're prettier now. And what are you wearing?
What am I wearing? Okay, so we have like a corset vest kind of thing that I'm going to be wearing. And we're going to try, it's going to be like, I don't know, how would you even explain it? Like
The dress shirt?
Yeah, no, not that. Is it just the corset?
You
Oh,
have,
no, I
the,
have
white, you
like
have
a-
the white shirt to go into.
Yeah, I have like a white
Button up,
with like a larger collar.
which is a bow tie.
Oh,
And
cool.
probably a bow tie. And then we're trying to find me a cloak.
Yeah.
Not a cloak, a dress robe. Yes, they are.
So you're gonna
they
have
are
a
different. I'm
preacher
sorry.
marry you,
Not
or
steampunk.
priestess, or who's gonna marry you? Have you thought about
There's
that
still
yet?
some debate on that because I have a family member that I want, but then we have a friend who really wants to do it.
Oh, that's
um,
awesome. Are they gonna go online and learn to be a marriage preacher?
They already
Oh, they're
are.
both already ordained.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is so cool. Hey, at least you got that. It's hard
We
to
have
come
we
by.
have several options.
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
We do.
We
That,
just have to hurt
like I
somebody's
said,
feelings.
the Springfield community is very,
And you're gonna
Very,
get married
very
in
large.
Springfield?
Mhm.
yes.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's actually on my boss's birthday, which is weird. That was before I knew her birthday. I was like, oh, by the way, I'm getting married on your birthday next year. She's like, oh, okay.
Awesome. Totally awesome. So yes, karaoke when?
Mondays and Wednesdays,
At
KJ Brewski's.
where?
It's on the corner. I guess I wouldn't say corner. It's I guess between Kearney and Division on Packer Road, kind of over by 65.
65 in Kearney off Packer Road.
Yeah. What she said.
So growing up, there is a question that I want to ask you. Growing up in a small town and all that, was there like, did you hear of any stories of people getting killed for being homosexual or
Like the history of it?
Yeah, like what history do you
Just
remember
in
of it?
general or like in school? Like what do you mean? Just in general?
Both.
It was never anything that I remember from school. It was all something that I found outside of school. Really, it was just I asked a lot of questions and I found things out because when I initially knew that I was different at 9, I was very young. I knew I was different. I just didn't know why I was different. And then by about 13, I was like, okay, I like girls. Okay, wait. So I totally just lost my train of thought because that happens.
I know.
Occasionally.
right?
Talking about how you found out, like, about the persecution and all that.
Okay. So I don't know. I haven't dug deep into the history, like gay history. I've only just touched on it. I really think that if I dig into it, that I'm gonna shatter because I just love people and I can't stand hatred. Like it's seeing
me
hatred
either.
and what it does to
Yes.
people. It just like
We're more living in the present, people.
yeah. We so I never really dug much into it because I know myself.
See, I'm the same way. Like, I never really dug.
And
too
I'm like,
deep.
I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm like, I mean, I know we got treated like shit. I do.
Yeah.
I don't want to know exactly what happened and who and when and how. I don't want to know all the details. I
Right.
just know that at one point we were treated very bad and that now we are treated better. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Because people are finally coming around and
We're not done.
understanding, and we're not done. You are correct. So yeah, I guess I didn't dig much into that. I try to stay in the present, and I just love people. Like, really, both of us. She's the same way. I've pulled it out of her.
Yes, Ariel's right. That's whenever I was.
Ariel Irwin says the homosexual community was persecuted so badly in the 80s and the 90s. Yes, they were very badly.
It goes farther. Does it go back farther?
It goes back way farther than that, but yeah, I know where you're coming from because
Yeah.
I was in
Yeah, that's when I was growing up.
there. Did knowing us help with coming out?
Like you and Kevin?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yes. Because I saw how my family, once I finally understood what it was in my and I saw how my family loved you guys, even my dad. Like, my dad loved you too.
Yes.
Yeah. He
Loves
did.
me very much.
My dad loved him so much. Both of you. So, I saw how my family, I think you definitely, knowing you and you being a part of my family prior to me coming out definitely helped with coming out, because I knew that I don't know, I guess somehow knew that I was going to be okay, because I've seen my family like and how they dealt with it before with you guys. So I was scared, obviously, because that's a really hard thing to just admit to somebody. But I think deep down, genuinely, I knew that I was going to be okay, because I thankfully was raised with a lot of love. Love my family.
Definitely.
Has cherished me my whole life, and everybody that I brought into our life. And I'm so grateful for that.
Yes, totally. What?
Ariel.
Didn't he give you the name Troy, or was it karaoke?
My dad. Probably is what she's talking about.
No. He liked T-Roy. He called me Troy a lot because, growing up, that's what I went by the most. But T-Roy was totally my birth name, and he loved T-Roy for sure. Tracy Branham said AIDS did not help. No.
In the 80s and 90s.
In the 80s and 90s, and it really hasn't helped throughout the years. Like, we just became more scientifically smarter. And we have medicine now that doesn't prevent it completely, but it does prevent to an extent. And you should always be safe. You should always, get checked whenever you get with somebody. So, just in case you don't want to give it to the one that you love and want to give your life to, always be safe. Like, number one, no matter who you are and how horny you are, you wrap it before you tap it. Or whatever you need to do. That's how I was born. Right? You wrap that shit before you tap it. Okay, whatever that means, whenever I was younger. Now, of course, I know what it means. So, yeah, Ted, I know you're laughing your ass off on that one. Ariel said it was in the media a lot during that time. And, yeah, the 80s and 90s, 70s, it was in the media a lot more. And it's becoming in the media even more nowadays. And I think that's the biggest part of what we have gotten changed, because it is out there. Told you, Ted. Ted said, "Oh, honey, you ain't lying." I did that. Ariel says medical advancement for AIDS has improved so much in recent history. Yes, it has. Absolutely, 100% in the medical field.
Yeah, Ariel is. That's what she does.
Yeah, see, Ariel's in the medical field, and she knows a lot about AIDS, and I'm sure a lot of other stuff, disease-wise, that you can get sexually. Tracy says, "I know if I had that support when I came out growing up, I probably wouldn't have the issues I have now."
Amen.
Love you guys. We love you too.
Absolutely
cousin.
love you, Tracy.
Absolutely. Love you. Did you hear that, Tracy? We got to go karaoke. She's the host in Springfield.
Yeah, you guys have to come out. It'll be a great time.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll get Jen in a more environment where she's not so.
No kidding.
I think you do a pretty good baby.
Ariel says, we love you too, Tracy. Of course, you can probably see that. So, if there was one thing that you could change in the past, say growing up, the child that didn't know nothing,
Mm-hmm.
what would you tell that of yourself then?
I probably would have told myself to ask questions because I'm still to this day like have a really hard time asking questions. I don't know why. I mean, like, I guess, okay. So I literally ask questions all day for a living. Like it's a different kind of question in that instant.
Mm-hmm.
But I just lost my train of thought again. This is my life now. I'm telling you.
It's all good. It
What was I
happens.
saying, baby?
You were saying have the different type of question, and you were explaining like why you would go back and change. That.
Okay, yes, okay. I'm back on track. Thank you. See, this is why we work, guys.
See?
I'm like, babe, wait, what
Oh,
was
I
I saying?
gotcha.
But I'm the other one.
But, yes, exactly. But yeah, I would have told myself to ask questions because I've always been afraid to ask questions and still struggle with it to this day. I think if I would have asked
answers.
that is a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the answers. Just ask questions. Like that's what I would have told myself. Just ask about it. Just ask. Look for it. Like get the knowledge that you're craving because you're gonna figure it out. You just have to like get that knowledge. Ask questions. Talk to people. If you're not understanding something or you're feeling a different way than you usually have or ever have, talk to somebody about it. Because I guarantee you they're going to have so many things that they're going to open up in your brain. You're going to be like, whoa, okay, I'm okay. It's just the matter of getting over that initial fear of what the answers probably are and just asking them. Just ask the questions. Talk to people. Talk about how you're feeling. And even at 9, I think if somebody would have told me at 9, hey, talk about your feelings. Like, I mean, and I did get that in that extent because my family was very adamant about talking and communication and like explaining your feelings and trying to understand.
Right.
But the deep questions like about yourself is the hardest ones to ask. And you just need to admit it and ask it. And then eventually an answer is going to come along. You just have to look for that because there's people that love you and they're going to understand. So it's just ask questions. That's what I would have told myself. Ask questions.
That's a good answer. I like it. Totally. So, if there was, let's say, if there was a hater in front of you right now,
Okay.
and
Sorry.
he was trying to pass judgment and hate on you, what would be something that you would tell them to try to change their mind from doing so?
So how would I
How
honestly
did you confront it?
I wouldn't even confront it. Honestly,
She doesn't normally.
I don't
She kills
normally.
them with kindness.
I really do. I'm all about that killing with kindness. I'm telling you,
Kill them with kindness.
it gets you a long way. And people can tell if it's fake kindness or if it's genuine kindness. Because I'm a genuinely kind person, and I know that when people walk up to me, they're a little confused. I don't care. Just ask me.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. If you're like, "Hey, are you gay?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah."
Exactly.
Is that cool? No, it's not. Okay, well, we still got to do whatever
Get
we're
over
doing.
it.
So, I mean, I'm sorry that you're uncomfortable, and I try to be very respectful. I'm not gonna say I don't throw myself. This is me, and I love people, and if I can put a smile on your face, that's an accomplishment for a day, So I don't really deal with a lot of confrontation like that. I don't have people that really come with me with much judgment, at least not in Springfield, and even outside of Springfield, people don't.
Sometimes they seem uncomfortable.
But yeah, they usually I don't really have much of an issue, and I think it's just because when people see me, they can, I don't know if I just give off a vibe or
He's
they're
nicer than Tracy. She says it's just a throat punch.
throw punch. No, I really, honestly, I love myself and I love my life and I love my family. And it doesn't get to me. Like, you can say what you want. I understand your confusion. Like, cool. Like, I'm sorry that you, like, it just,
It's cool.
I'm not trying
Be
to be like,
confused. I don't care.
and I'm not trying to be like degrading by no means or push anybody's feelings off. But if you're confused when you look at me or you have a question, just ask me. I'm gonna answer it. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna come at you because I'm offended, because I don't get offended.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I understand people and I know life is confusing and things are hard to understand. I'm also dealing with that. I mean, just ask me and I'll tell you. If you want to be hateful, I mean, cool. Like, whatever. I'm going to move on with my day. And I hope that you have a better day, because this attitude you got is really shitty. And
Right.
and I don't think anybody else wants to deal with it.
She called him on him without calling him on it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That's the good way to do it.
I don't
That's
care.
what it is.
I'm like,
So,
sorry, guys.
if somebody came up to you that was having trouble accepting their sexuality or being pan, or is there anything that you want to like touch on that really touches you, you know, on the hatred, you know, like
The main thing about hatred, I think, is it's hard. Hatred is hard to deal with. And you honestly just have to be like, you need to know, you have to get in within yourself and really just.
Because somebody hating on you is a them problem, not a you problem.
right?
Exactly. And so if someone's hating on me, they've probably got something going on that they need to try and figure out.
Mm-hmm. Check yourself.
And like you said, check yourself. Like, I mean, and I'm not going to be an asshole to you because you're an asshole to me. I'm not going to put that negative, I'm not going to put that energy out. I'm not going to waste my energy.
We're better than that.
Exactly. I'm not going to waste my energy on trying to argue with you or fight with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to simply go on with my day. And I genuinely hope that you have a better day. Like, honestly, I don't just say that to be an asshole. Like, I really hope that you find out whatever's going on in your brain and you have a better day, because you're not about to affect mine.
And if they're not coming at her like attackingly, she is one that will sit down for hours and help them figure out that like they can disagree, but she'll still take the time to.
What I really did to
I like
just get through that is I really had to just, like I said, I just keep touching back on going to people and talking to people, because that is where I've gotten most of my, like, I guess, quote unquote, closure.
Yeah.
I guess, with the whole thing. And that's really hard to find. Like, when you're in that moment and you're trying to figure it out, it's scary. It's scary and it's hard and it hurts, and you're going to be angry and you're going to be happy. And then one minute you're going to be crying. That's the way it works. It's your emotions trying to, like, I don't know. It's your emotions.
Guide themselves.
Yeah, it's about your emotions. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that aren't necessarily emotional, and I mean, I respect that, and that is fine. But there is times where you have to be emotional, especially in times like that, where you're really just in yourself because of all the hatred and because of all the things. You can't take it to heart because there's nothing wrong with you.
Right.
Like, you just have to find people.
Yes. Hear that. There is nothing wrong with you. There is something wrong with everybody else.
Aw, my sister.
Her nephew's pointing at the screen going,
I love you, Bubba.
Oh.
But so being in that moment with the hatred and just trying to, in the moment, deal with the hatred, it usually 90% of the time goes a lot better if you just walk away from it. Mm. Because if you interact with it and you really get stuck in that moment of the hatred that you're getting, it could consume you. Because I've seen it consume people.
Oh,
I know what it does.
Totally.
And it's best to just walk away. Unless you can feel deep down that you could probably talk this out with this person, like, and actually care about, like, are they really affecting your daily life, or are they just some asshole pointing a finger at you because you're different? Like, you just can't take it to heart. Like, and it's so hard not to take it to heart, because dealing with all of those emotions and all of those feelings and all of the thoughts and all of the, voices too. Like, a lot of people struggle with a lot of different things, especially in that moment when you're trying to figure out, like, what is going on with me. When that moment where you figured out that something's different, and like you're trying to, it's really hard. I don't know how to explain it. It's just walk away from the hatred, because I'd rather let them see my back than whatever they're trying to do like, with me. Like, walk away.
They're trying to get.
Yeah, I'm not going to give them the direct, like,
play into it.
Yeah, don't play into it.
Yeah.
It's not worth your time. It's not worth your tears.
It's not.
It's not worth your heartbreak.
It's not.
If you have to deal with hatred, go to somebody that you know loves you.
Get away from it. If you're
hard.
old enough to make that decision, stay the hell away from drama and negativity and bad energy. You have that choice, because we make our own decisions whenever we're old enough to make those decisions. And whenever we're old enough, then you put your foot down and you say, piss off, you're out of my life. Period. It doesn't matter who they are.
You have to stand up for yourself.
You got to stand up for yourself, for sure. And push people away that you might not think that you could ever push away. But for your own sanity and to be able to live this life in a better view and a better vibe, you got to keep the negative away from you.
It's just not worth it, guys. It's not worth the energy. It's not worth the pain. It's not worth the heartbreak.
Exactly.
Throw all of that energy that you're putting into something better, something into yourself. You can't let that get sucked out of you.
So what's some good things that you've realized since you've been out?
Really, when I came out at 16, I'm not going to touch too much on it, because there's a lot. I've been through a lot of things. There's been a lot of experiences. I've had a lot of close friends. I was married before, and we are now best friends, and he is remarried, and like, we've been through a lot of different things together. And I guess the accomplishments, like, honestly, like, I made it through that. Like, yes. Like, basically, like, I made it. I made it through that. And yes, it was hard and it sucked in the moment, but I made it through it. So I look at my accomplishments of the things, and I try my hardest to, like, help other people and help them understand, because I know in the moment when I was dealing with coming out and everything that comes with that, it's hard not to get in your head. So I really just, I'm so, like, I really love I've had so many great conversations. I've helped a lot of people through a lot of things that have been in the similar situation, if not the same exact situation. So just, I guess, the people that I've helped along the way, of trying, like, I've just talking to them and helping them understand and just letting them break in front of you. That really does something for a person. If you just let them shatter in front of you and just be there. Even if it's like 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just having that person right there at that moment and just letting them break and shatter completely. Because that is a very vulnerable moment.
It is. Very.
So I definitely, best things that have came across in my life have definitely been just all the people that I've helped, and the love that because I used to dig into the hate, and like, it used to really affect me, and I've gotten like, yo, you're going to hell. I've been to Pride. I've dealt with the guys with the sign saying you're going to go to hell, screaming straight in my face. So it's really just, I don't know. It's just been really good for me, and I'm so thankful. It was hard a few times, but thankfully I had the right people at the right time, and I made it, and I am helping people through it now. And it's amazing thing to just have that one person that you know has got you. So just being that person, those are my accomplishments. That's the good that I look back on. It's just I know that I've helped people, and I learned a lot of things about myself, and I really came to a lot of realizations about myself, and I'm like, all right, like I'm good. Like I'm so happy. Like I've never been this happy in my entire life. I mean, honestly, 100% honestly, have never been this happy in my life. Like everything makes sense now. Good. And I'm so thankful for all of the people that have been there, whether them, whether them for me or me for them. That interaction in general just has helped me so much.
Yes.
Talk to people, guys.
Yes.
Tell people how you're feeling. I know it's hard. It sucks, but that's how I got through it, and that's how you're going to get through it. And you've got people that love you that don't even know you. Yes,
you do. Totally. Well, we are going to have to wrap it up. So I want to thank you, Taylor.
Thanks
very much, and your sweetie over there.
Yeah, she's
both
pretty
Fabians
cute.
are
I
just
think I'll
awesome.
keep her.
Beautiful couple.
Thank you.
I can't wait to go to the wedding. Well, that is it for my show. So, Ted Van Son said the hatred people have is usually because of misinformation and not having the knowledge. And it really is. Like, you know, if you're confused and you're not LGBTQ or anything like that, and, you know, whatever, then take some time out, get you some books. Like I said there earlier, look some stuff up, become knowledgeable on something before you choose to hate or judge. You know, that's the good thing about this world that we live in, is you can take the time out because you're going to be taking the time out to hate and judge. So take that time out and get some knowledge on it before you open your mouth
Tracy,
and hurt somebody else.
I have to tell Tracy something before we go.
Okay, and she would like to tell Tracy
something. Message me on Facebook. I saw your question, but we're running out of time. So message me on Facebook, and I will talk to you, love.
Love you too, Ariel.
Love you, sis. Tell Bubba I love him. Give him kisses for me.
As an LGBTQ person, we have to educate those. That's our job. And yes, LGBTQ family, let's educate the people and change their mind and their view on things. We can do that to help the world better, make a better world that we live in. Peace and much love. Be a rainbow, and if you can't be a rainbow, be somebody else's rainbow.
Paratalk Radio is a member of radio.com. Download the app, search Paratalk Radio. One word. That's it. Pretty easy peasy. Radio.com.
WLFE DB Radio is on Spotify with all its great shows like Across the Pond, Inside the Drag Closet, Step into the Paranormal, Just Cindy, Where's My Sage, Unfiltered Talks with Bryce, Metal Mayhem ROC, Paratalk Radio, Real Talk with Dom, and more. So download the Spotify app today to stay connected to all your WLFE DB Radio shows.
You've been listening to WLFE-DB.com, where our shows are your shows.
Hey guys and dolls, this is Casey DeVille, the better half of DeVille Inc., Baltimore, Maryland. If you're ever in Baltimore, stop in and see me and Tony. Invisible Brie, 5920 Eastern Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland, 21224. Give us a call if you're in the area, 410-400-9641. Or look us up on the web at DeVilleInc.com. DeVille Inc., where we specialize in you.
You're listening to WLFE DB Radio. Now, back to our program.